Last summer, a content creator named Scambaiter hacked into the closed-circuit cameras of a call center in India. What happened next was karma at its best.
Can you read that email for me?
Very unfortunately for the scammer, the person he's on the phone with is not a real victim, but it's actually me.
Nearly 8 million YouTube viewers have, to date, tuned in to watch as the local authorities, tipped off by Scambaiter, arrested an entire crew of alleged scammers. How did Scambaiter bring down the scammer operation? How do scam rings like this work? And how can you protect yourself from being scammed out of your hard-earned cash? Stick around and find out today on Cybercrime. Welcome to Cybercrime. In 2021, 6.4 million Americans lost money to phone scams that amounted to a record $39.5 billion. 1 in 3 Americans report having been duped by a phone scam, a fifth of them more than once. The average amount lost was $577. But that average hides the truth. Some victims lose their entire savings. About a quarter of that goes to the scammer, and the rest goes to support a much larger criminal enterprise. In addition, scams to businesses are up by 45%. While most scammer calls aren't successful, it's purely a numbers game. Truecaller, a phone ID app provider, estimates scammers directly or via robocalls are responsible for 130.9 million calls a day. However, as widespread and destructive as this type of sinister scam has become, at least one good thing has come from it. It's given rise to a new type of online vigilantism known as the Scambaiter. And it's worth mentioning that there's an alliance of hackers who are exposing these scammers every single day as their job. Hackers like Kitboga, Scammers Payback, and others.
I have a YouTube channel called Pleasant Green, and I focus primarily on scam baiting and scam awareness.
What is scam baiting?
Scam baiting is going to the scammer rather than letting the scammer find you. A lot of people will report these scammers online, and people like us put ourselves in the shoes of a victim and say, okay, Mr. Scammer, do your best. We want people to, be entertained, but also to learn about what's going on and how do these scammers work and what are their tactics and what can you watch out for if this type of thing was to happen to you.
What kind of person falls victim to a scam like this?
Anybody can be scammed is what I've come to learn. You just have to be distracted and in the wrong frame of mind, anybody can fall victim.
Can you talk about some of the different ways that you've seen recently scammers coming at you?
And they'll send you emails that look like they're from Amazon or Best Buy or Geek Squad. They'll appear to be a legitimate email that says, hey, you made this purchase. And if this wasn't you, and if you would like a refund, just please call this number. So the first thing you do is call and get to the bottom of it, and you're directly on the line with scammers. There are these sextortion scams where young men are on dating sites and they're getting messages from beautiful women that want to interact with them, and they will start sending shirtless pictures to these young men and say, hey, now it's your turn. And then the scammers will then turn it around and say, okay, I've got these pictures of you now, and I'm going to send them all to your friends and your family and your coworkers if you don't pay me $2,000 in gift card right now. And so young men, they'll do it because they're scared out of their mind about what's going to happen if those pictures are revealed.
But let's get back to Scambaiter. Scambaiter's 20-minute video begins by showing the interior of a small call center. Dividers separate each desk, and rolling chairs sit behind an occasional laptop. A small round table serves as the break area. This is the inside of a small scam call center in Punjab, India, seen from their own CCTV cameras, begins Scambaiter.
Very soon I will be sending the Punjab police to actually arrest these scammers.
Scambaiter is Ansar Hamed. A proficient hacker, Hamed's stated purpose is to bait, rat, scam, and destroy the scammers. For the uninitiated, RAT is an acronym for Remote Access Tool. Created to help remote customer tech support fix computer problems, it's been co-opted by scammers to gain control to a victim's computer. Hamed and other internet vigilantes use it to turn the tables on scammers by ratting their computers. As Hamed's video begins, we see the alleged scammers. They look to be in their 20s and 30s.
I was quite surprised to find out that these cameras had CCTV cameras set up, since this call center only has 6 computers and about 4 scam agents working on the operation.
It was apparently part of the building's design, and the scammers, of course, would rather not have had them. We'll see why shortly. During most of the video, we're just looking at one of the rooms Hamed has invaded. Cameras 1 and 2 cover the small call center from front and rear. Camera 3 shows the hallway leading from the call center to the building's main lobby, and camera 4 shows the main entrance and the lobby of the building. Between the 4 cameras, Hamed is able to watch each scammer arrive at and walk to their office. Hamed's focus this time is the scammer's use of an imposter scam. It began with an email claiming to be from the Best Buy Geek Squad. In it, recipients were told that they purchased an award-winning anti antivirus program. If they don't recognize the purchase, they can call support to cancel the subscription, and the agent will remove the software from their computer. Ahmed has been tracking this operation for some time. Not only are the alleged scammers pretending to be from the Geek Squad, but they've also sent emails purporting to be from Amazon, Apple, Norton, McAfee, and HP printer support. According to Hamed, their HP support email is the one that generated the most calls from victims. Even so, the center only gets about 5 to 6 calls during a 7-hour shift.
This is why whenever they do get a call, everybody's very intrigued and watches along with the scam like it's some kind of spectacular miracle.
While we watch, an unfortunate victim pays with an electronic check for $399. Scambaiter says this is the only successful scam he's seen in the weeks that he's been eavesdropping. Now, part of the reason for this may be that Ahmed shared the scammer's phone number with his friends, to include another YouTube poster named Nanobaiter, who along with Scambaiter had been tying up the call center's phone lines with troll calls.
Do you recognize this place right there?
No.
No, you don't know where
No.
this is? Where is this office right here? Where are you sitting right now?
No.
Are you sitting here? Then tell me where you are right now. Tell me where you are. You're not a... Oh, he's scared. He's scared.
At one point, Scambaiter's video shows a young woman wearing a headset. After she's seen asking multiple questions, Scambaiter narrates.
I waited a few minutes to grab her full attention and then bumped my sound levels up to 200% with some very loud noises.
May I know your name?
Scambaiter also toyed with the call center employees by turning off their router and putting visual jump scares on their computers. Meanwhile, Ahmed was busy using those CCTV cameras. By looking at camera 4, he identified a sign for Hop Highway, and a quick internet search led him to a club in a global business park, a building in Punjab. To confirm he had the correct building, he compared pictures online to the lobby he saw on camera 4. He also discovered that the building leases offices to various businesses, to include telemarketers. Scambaiter now knew the exact location of the scam call center, and using camera 3, he also knew how to direct police to the alleged scammers. Finally, it was time to do more than just troll the call center. First, Scambaiter deleted the names of all the victims from their database. Then, he reported their checking accounts to Seamless Checks to prevent them from getting any more money taken. And finally, he gathered evidence and contacted the authorities in and around Punjab. The video ends with the police being led by Scambaiter to the exact office where the alleged scammers are working, which I gotta say is a highly satisfying ending to watch from an entertainment standpoint.
As part of their operation, the police had planned and executed the shutdown of the electricity for the entire first and second floor of the Global Business Park building. The only thing we managed to record was the audio of the arrest.
The center Scambaiter shut down was in India, which was where many, if not most, scam calls originate, but centers operate worldwide. It's important that you act to protect yourself and your business, and the first step is knowing what to look for. What are some of the ways that a person could spot a scam?
There's so many ways to pick up on these scams. Typically they want you to call them or they want you to message them, but you should always just always look at where that email came from. Did it come from an account that says at Amazon.com or at PayPal.com, or did it come from some random domain? If something smells suspicious, it probably is. And so you should always just try to call another number just to make sure that this isn't someone who's impersonating the real institution. Scammers do not like it when you ask questions. They'll get very impatient. They'll get very flustered. So if you can just ask the hard questions, like say, how do I know I'm not being scammed? Really quickly, you're going to realize that you're being scammed. They're changing their tactics every day. So I think that we just need to really be on our toes for what's coming next.
Even with the efforts of internet vigilantes like Scambaiter and government intervention, the number of scam calls is likely to grow in the future. What happens next will be up to you. Have you ever been scammed? What did you do about it? And what do you think about internet vigilantes like Scambaiter? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on all the other wild cybercrime stories we got coming your way. I'm Josh Murphy for Cybernews. Cybernara.